Good afternoon, students. So, we shall start today the Constitution and Democracy. So, open your page at 155 and pay your attention. So, the another function of Constitution in a democracy is to ensure that a dominant group does not use its power against other less powerful people or groups. This is the important. Less powerful people, less educated people, that the poor people, the backward people. So the dominant group, this means that the government that they should take care of the backward people, the uneducated people, the poor people, because they have no power, they have no money power, they have no position, they have no power, so they should be served. Government is one necessary organization. The government is the necessary organization and they should be loyal to the people. The government and all the government officials, they should be loyal to the people, they should be loyal to their duties and responsibilities, they should be loyal to the development of backward people, the poor people, the uneducated people, because they have given the precious votes, valuable votes. They have chosen the government. So that in our country, that in 5 years the general elections are held. So that before 15 years, Congress government, the Congress party was ruling. Now BJP party is ruling. So the backward people, the uneducated people, the poor people should that enjoy the difference. What were the government officials or the representatives were doing during their government, and now the BJP government, what is doing for the backward people? And government that should not that create the division and discrimination between the urban areas and our local areas, our rural areas, because that everybody has the equal right. So the uneducated people or the poor people or the backward people, they have the equal right. They have the equal rights. So government should not pay attention to the development of the urban people only. The development is necessary for the urban people and rural people. This doesn't mean that the rural people or the backward people will be neglected, will be going on neglected. So here it has been written, a dominant group does not use its power against other less powerful people or groups. This is the most important, because the equal development, that equal opportunities, equal privileges, this is the important of the government, important of our constitution, of our country. Then comes, why do we need a constitution? Unlike monarchy or a dictatorship, in which the country is governed according to the will of a single person, in a democracy, all the adult citizens above a certain age, here above 18 years, 18 and above 18 years are the citizens of our country, participate in the working of the government either directly or indirectly, so everyone must know about his rights and duties. So everyone must know about his rights and duties. The rights and duties, these are important. We shall discuss it later. All the conflicts, if they arise, can be amicably settled. Amicably settled, this means we all are friends, we all are brothers, we all live in one family. All India, the whole India is one family. This is the noble thought. That in Sanskrit, that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Aham Nijaha Paraveti, Ganana Laghuchetasam, Udara Charitanam tu, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This world is one family. The earth is one family. The country is one family. So, amicably settled. There can be no manipulation of law. The law is equal for all. Everybody is equal before the law. The importance of constitution can be described as follows. First, it tells us what is the fundamental nature of the society and the type of government in a country. Example criteria. India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. These are the ideals of the society. So, India is sovereign. This means it has the sovereign power. It is the sovereign power. Socialist. First, we all are the social animals, the social people. That the government has been formed for the service of the society. It is the society. The country is a society. The world is a society. The entire human society. Secular democratic republic. Secular means there should be no that discrimination according to the constitution among the religions. That humanity is the only religion. If we discuss about the religion, so religion that now or since the beginning of the religion, this is the misunderstanding of the people. That think that religion is that limited to their communities. But this is absolutely wrong. The essence of the religion is the truthfulness. Religion, this means the religious thoughts, the thought, the beliefs, the concepts, the ideas, the experience, or the knowledge. This is called the religion. And religion is interrelated. It is not separated from the divine grace. One religious person, each religious person must be that fit for the divine mother's grace. Then that is a religion. That religion is meaningless without righteousness. Religion is meaningless without fraternity. Religion is meaningless without the thought of, without the feelings of the entire world is my own family. The entire world is our own family. So this is the secular. Democratic means the government is by the people, of the people, and for the people. It defines the nature of the country's political system. India is a federal country with a parliamentary form of government where people elect their representatives. Here the representatives are elected. Why? To run the government, to serve the people, to serve the common people, to backward people, all the country. They are really the servants of the people, public. The government is that the servant of the public, but they are that exercising their power, that they are superior to the people. The real truthful person, the real righteous person, the real great man, the real philanthropist, the real noble person, they don't think so. They are not superior to anybody. What vocation have they got to become superior? Nobody is superior in the world except the divine, except the divine mother. The only superior powers are they, because their power, with their power, all other powers are progressing, are going on. Third, the Constitution provides a chapter on the fundamental rights of the people and protects them from misuse of power by the political leaders. The political leaders, they should not misuse the power. Leader, this means the definition of leader, the meaning of leader, they should lead the people to the truthfulness, to the divine grace, to the divine mother's grace, to the happiness of all, to the welfare of all, to the development of all. This is the leading. They should lead to the wisdom. They should lead to the joy of everybody. One true leader, one real leader, that righteous leader must lead the people that to the divine. Democracy is a government by a majority, but it doesn't mean that minorities should be neglected. Minority, the SCs, the STs, and our OBCs, like, they should not be neglected at all, without conception. That what power have you got to neglect the people, to divide the people, to discriminate? Nobody has the power. Minorities have to be protected. Minorities have to be protected from the dominant rule of the majority. They are very few. The dominant persons are very few in number. And the minorities must be protected. The Constitution mentions how they can be protected. So, it has been mentioned by the Constitution that how the minorities can be protected. The dominant that must not they rule and misuse the power, and doesn't mean that minorities should be neglected. So, democracy, this means democracy, it is a form of government. Democracy, that according to Abraham Lincoln, the government by the people, that of the people, and for the people. But soon after they elected, they forget everything. They think that all are liars, all are pretentive, all are deceptive. Let us do our pretentive, deceptive work for our 5 years. 5 years. This is our period. This is our chance. So it does no matter. The people cannot do anything, but the Divine Mother's glorious grace and process is not for them. Never. Never for them. Who they are, they're deceiving the people, pretending the people, who they are misusing their power, who they are exploiting the country. Why will be the divine grace for them? Why will be the Divine Mother's glorious grace and process will be for them? Is the divine power under anybody's pretension, deception, exploitation, corruption? It is above the world. This power is dominating the universe. It is watching everybody, each of us. So, this is the important, my dear students, that this is the period, this is your studenthood, and you have to prepare yourself since this beginning. That the real citizen, the true citizen, that the whole world needs. The true person, the world needs the true person, the righteous person, the honest persons. All others are good for nothing. The one doesn't need them at all. So try your best to become one good citizen in the future. A true son of a true patriot, a true leader, the true leaders, the true citizens, the true people in your future. Promise this. Thank you. So, next class we shall discuss about the Constituent Assembly. So, first save the video and watch it over and over again so that you can become the true citizens, the real citizens, not only for our country, for the world. That the divine will be satisfied with your citizenship, with you. The Divine Mother's grace and process, the Divine Mother's grace will automatically bestow upon you. This is the purpose of each and everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.